Hi, Ashikka. How are you today?
Hi Amanda, I'm okay. Yeah, I'm feeling okay. A little bit stressed, but okay.
All right. I would like to know more about how you are feeling lately, uh, about your stress level. But before that, we will have to have some quick checks before we log in. So, hi, and I'm very glad to meet you today. And before we dive deeper into knowing you more, so we will have to sound check and mic check and internet check. So, can you hear my voice clearly and see me clearly?
Yes, I can hear your voice clearly and see you clearly.
All right. So, how's the volume on your end?
Volume sounds okay so far. Okay.
Okay. So, if there's any considerations or any unclear, you can let me know anytime. And after that, since we are actually meeting remotely online, so I want to ensure your privacy. So, are you actually in a secure, private space where you feel comfortable to speak freely?
Yes, I am in a comfortable space right now. I'm in my hostel room alone.
All right. It's good to know that you are at a safe space yourself. And also, just for the safety protocols, could I confirm your exact physical location currently and also an emergency contact just in case we get disconnected and I can stay contact with that uh, emergency contact?
Okay, so my physical location right now, I'm at KK4 Hostel, College Kediaman Bestari, and my emergency contact, mm, probably my mother. Her name is Gurmit, Gurmit, and her phone number is 01263. Sorry, that's her old number. 012 247 2571. Sorry, she changed number. So you can reach her on a new number.
All right, all right. Thank you for updating that. And by knowing that, I can ensure that we have more safety uh, connections between each other. So besides of that, I would like to remind again about the informed consent and the confidentiality. And please note that with some of the restrictions and the limitations we face as we are conducting the online sessions. So as we have discussed before, I am currently, so start by introducing myself again. So once again, I am Amanda, and you can call me Amanda. And I am currently practicing under supervision of Dr. Dini. And with your permission, I'd like to record our session as mentioned in our informed consent form previously. And this video will only be reviewed by my lecturer. So she will strictly help me to review my skills with my supervisor will to help me to ensure that I'm able to give you the best support. So besides of that, everything that we are going to discuss here will be confidential and with some important exceptions. If I believe you're at the risk of hurting yourself or someone else, or if a court orders it, because we are online, there's also the element of technology. So we have to make sure that we are both with secure network. So and also having that private space to speak and share freely. So I encourage you to use a private Wi-Fi connection too. So are you fully informed with all these informations?
Yes, and I think my network is probably secure because it's a university Wi-Fi, so it's quite secure in that sense.
All right. I believe that that will be no problem for that. So as we agreed, this session is going to be recorded and only for the use for my gradings and training purposes, and it will remain secure. Other than that, uh, do you feel okay about that?
Yeah, I feel okay.
All right. So then um, maybe we can start off by knowing a little bit of your past experience, since that you mentioned that before you have joined some training counselor session. So what do you wish to expect from this new counseling session?
Um, well, yeah, I have joined, but for this session, I do have a lot of issues in life. So I don't know where to start on that. Like one thing is for sure is I have assignment stress and exam stress. Like there's a lot of assignments towards the end of the semester, so it's very stressful for me, right? And exams are coming up and they are so close together, so it's like what is happening? It's so stressful, right? And so it's very hard to cope with that. Um Another thing maybe is like there's a lot of family issues which I don't know how to get into and whether I should get into because that's very like personal and private and it's I don't know. It's very hard to talk about because there's too much happening. Um and friends maybe like not not so much an issue, just maybe an issue. Maybe one issue is an issue within myself, which is like um sometimes I tend to overthink and my I guess some of my friends know that about me, which is I tend to overthink, and I don't know if everybody can understand that. And I always feel bad for overthinking or letting. Sometimes I do let my thoughts out and do tell them what I'm overthinking about, but I feel like that's very emotionally burdening for them because they probably don't. Maybe they might not understand or like how I saw this one thing was like where I think that um if I share too much about myself, maybe they will start to leave me. Maybe they will leave me because they know more about me and um they don't want to be close to someone who is like this, maybe who overthink or is too complicated. So I worry that if I'm too complicated or share too much, then maybe uh they would leave me and not want to be friends with me anymore. Yeah. That's my complicated
I
life.
see. All right, I see. Thank you so much, Ashika, for um, bringing up your feelings and your recent um, life updates to me and being honest to share it out. I can see from your facial expressions and your movements, you were having some unsure and these hesitations when you're trying to share, and you were sharing that your worry if when others know you more, they might start to leave you because they have more understanding of the true you, and is that continue a relationship if they cannot accept the true you?
I guess so in a way, but before I share that, I think that our connection is a bit unstable because I see that there is some glitching in the video. Is there
All
something
right.
that's causing this? Is it my connection?
Mm, for me, for now I can see you clearly and I can still hear you clearly. So how about you, Ashika?
Okay, now I can hear you clearly and better. Okay,
Ah,
okay, never mind. All right, never mind. Okay, you
all
asking me if
right.
it sorry, I think
Mm,
that's just my side. Okay. Um
it's okay.
um
You can always tell me.
okay. One thing is you're asking me about if that affects my relationship. Yeah, I guess so. If they cannot accept the full me or like if they start to get to know me and they don't like it, it's kind of raises the thought, is there something wrong with me, right? Is there
Mm.
um is there an issue with me that they don't want to be close to me, like because I share about myself, or because I am open with them with what I think, or if I'm too vulnerable with them? Is that a mistake on my part, being vulnerable with them? Sometimes when I share with certain people, and then after that when I okay, this is me over analyzing, but okay, hear me out. Look, see my brain. Okay, okay, let's say I shared something really deep with somebody, okay? And then the next day or in the next coming days, I noticed that their behavior suddenly changed. Maybe it's just me overthinking, and that actually it's just them going through things in their life. But my brain interprets as I shouldn't have shared with them. Maybe I too much and I shared too much, and then now they don't really want to treat me the same way. But actually, maybe it's just like I said, maybe it's just my brain overthinking, and that actually it's nothing, and it's just them going through their life. But I don't know, and that makes me wonder and worry. Can I really trust anybody to share everything with? Because like I said, a very complicated person. There's a lot of things happening in my life. Although what it may seem on the outside is I'm very bubbly and very happy. A lot of people tell me this. On the outside, I seem very bubbly, but when they get to know me, yes, I am still bubbly, but it comes with the other side of it, which is that I'm someone who has faced a lot of things in her life. Not to sound like as if I'm a war veteran or something, but uh, it is just things that I face, and I don't know if they cannot accept me for the things that the full me that I am, then I don't know. Like maybe I wonder if I should just be surface level with everyone. I don't know how to deal with that.
I see. So from what you were sharing just now, I can see that you are carrying a lot of these burdens of feelings because when you are trying to show your true self, you are worried that if others couldn't actually understand you, or they might think or interpret you differently. And you mentioned that you think that maybe yourself over interpreting. I think your feelings are true. I mean, your feelings are there, so you don't have to think that it's a wrong to think a lot. You can think a lot because you are a person who can reflect and have deep thinking, critical thinking. So, but whether it is them really feeling that way, you are still unsure for now, right? So maybe we could step a little bit back, like a step backwards, to see if whether you are thinking as a friend instead of Ashika, what will you give advice to yourself if you are a friend of your own?
I have a friend of my own, and I'm going
Mm,
through all this. Um,
yeah, yeah.
okay, now you see, I don't treat myself the way that I treat my friends. That's another thing about me. I am very hard on myself. So, if it's me talking to a friend, the advice I give them is much more than what I would do for myself. Like, okay, let's say you said think about it as if I'm a friend of me, right? If I have a friend going through that, I can be like, okay, I'll always be like this. I'll be like, you can always talk to me. You can always share with me. I am always here for you. No matter whatever you share with me, I will never judge you. I will never think differently of you. Um, I will always be there by your side. I'll be always rooting for you. This is what I would tell somebody if they were going through what is my situation. That emotional or that verbal validation, right? But I don't know, maybe sometimes it's like not it's not yes, maybe sometimes people will tell me that you can talk to us anytime, but then sometimes the reaction afterwards it's like or like the behavior afterward make me wonder like can I really share with them? It's a bit it's just my brain playing mind tricks on me maybe, but mm, that's what I would say to someone like that. I would be like, if I take a step back and if this was a friend actually going through this is what I would say. And I would be there for them. I will always try to uh stay connected and make sure that they don't feel alone because knowing that this is my situation, I would not want to be alone or I always want someone to care, but I know that that takes a lot of energy and I don't mind putting in the energy, but I don't know if other people will put in the energy, you know? I don't know if I'm with that kind of energy. Oh, that's so deep.
Okay, thank you for sharing more of your thoughts about this. So, from your sharings, I can feel that you are a very genuine person and you really treasure friendship a lot, and you are a friend that can be with your friends no matter when it is or where it is. You tend to be willing to be the one who is able to always stay by their side. So when you are trying to also being genuine to share yourself to others, you will eventually think of um, how they will see you. So you have that uh, hesitations in sharing because you start to worry, um, as you are a person who really cares a lot about others' feelings. You are very empathetic in taking care of others. So you are kind of worried that you might trouble others. Does that sound right for you?
Yes, if I tell, yeah, yeah. Because if I tell people like how I feel, or okay, see now, if I tell people my inner thoughts, I'm worried that um I may disturb them, I guess, in a way. Mm, yeah, because it's like how do I say? Mm, it's very difficult to talk about like to
Mm.
mm, how do I say this? Yeah, because it's my inner thoughts, right? It's something that
Mm.
I normally think about, but I don't really say. And
Mm.
once you've given me the space to actually say what I want to say, I will be vulnerable. But if you cannot accept my vulnerability, it feels like an attack a bit. Like it's like you ask me to share this vulnerable thing with you and you can't take it. And then you make me feel a certain type of way about it. It's like I don't know. It's very conflicting, the emotion. Very, very conflicting.
I see. I can see from your words and your expressions. There's this energy, the tensions that is pulling in and out. You feel like you want to share, but you are worried. So there's a voice in that is telling you to keep it inside. So you are between that push and pull that causes you to feel that burden inside. So just now you mentioned earlier, as we start our session, you mentioned a bit about you are kind of having some stress. So I would like to have a check with you. If there's a scale of 1 to 10, so how heavy is your stress currently for this past week? So the 0 will be I'm very okay, totally no stress at all. And 10 would be I'm gonna explode. So maybe on a scale of 1 to 10, sorry, yeah, 1 to 10 or 0 to 10. If you really have no stress, you will say as 0. So if very, very stressful, you can say as 10. So how would you rate your current stress level?
My current stress level, I think not not 10 because I've done a lot of not a 10 because I've done a lot of my assignments already, but I still have some. So they're not it's not that's not really stressing me right now. I think the exams are stressing me more. So I would say 7 or something. Maybe 7 is a good number. 7. Mm.
I see. So you would rate yourself as 7. And just now you also said that you are still uh, more of your worries are coming from your assignment. So to understand you clearer, may you let me know that this 7, how would you like separate them as for the assignment and for your current uh, issue with your friends? How does that 7 come from?
Oh, uh, I think that mm, some of it, I don't know how to separate it, but maybe it's like a half and half. It's like the assignment and also the friends,
Mm,
maybe. Um, because this friends thing is a constant maybe worry inside my mind that they might not understand, but I even though I suddenly decide, okay, I'm vulnerable enough, I'm going to share with them. And then
mm,
suddenly if they prove me wrong, it's like, what? I thought I could trust to share with you. And then turns out I cannot trust anyone. Like,
mm,
or I can trust people, but I don't know. Sometimes when things happen or um, things that affect me, I try not to say everything out loud. I don't say all my feelings out loud. Like for instance, like if I feel something that's internal, like I overthink about something or um overthink about something or mm, yeah, overthink about something or just something, some thought that just came into my head about someone's Chinese behavior because I really notice every single detail of people's behavior. Like I'm very intuitive like that. I always watch and I'm always observing like people's little behavior. And so the slightest change in behavior, I'm like, are you okay? What's going on? Like this. So because I noticed that sometimes if I notice it, I try not to let those internal thoughts come out. And so if you notice me, maybe if they notice me like pull away, or that they actually don't really notice because I would just be quiet. Sometimes when I'm a little bit hurt or if I'm thinking or there's some negative thought in my head, I just stay quiet. I will be quiet in the corner and sometimes people don't notice. It really goes unnoticed sometimes when I'm quiet sometimes and I'm just observing or I'm listening. You really have to be, I guess, someone like me to notice like, oh, she's sitting there quietly. She hasn't said anything. And she looks a bit deep in thought or sad. Maybe I should ask her. Everything okay? You can talk to me. But you see, if I had the outlet to talk to people, then of course I wouldn't be sitting deep in thought and every single thought I would be able to release. But if I release every single thought in my brain, I don't think until tomorrow also you're still here. Too many problems I have, or too many things I think about. I think it might be a bit annoying also if people have to listen to constantly what's going on in my brain. It's too complicated.
mm. Thank you for sharing so much, Ashika. So from all your sharings, I can uh, feel that you are feeling overwhelming, and there's a lot of feelings that you are keeping to yourself, and it is quite alone for those feelings that are kept inside. And actually, for you, you feel like you wish to tell someone else, and you really wish that there's someone could notice your feelings and could be the one to step out and be there for you. And here I would like to let you know also, since we are having this talking, sharing session, the counseling session with you, this is a space that is truly for you. And you are free to share anything of your feelings, your thoughts, your ideas, and don't worry to be judged, or don't worry that you are saying too much, because this space is truly provided for you. And I will be uh, here and listening to you genuinely. So I would like to know about the part when you mentioned that uh, some of the moments you face when uh, you are having some thoughts, but you are trying to keep to yourself. Is there any specific uh, examples that you are facing in your life?
Oh, you mean the inner thoughts?
Like
Uh,
when you wish to share, and then
but then I don't share. Oh,
is
okay. Are
there
you sure you have? Huh?
any? Mm,
Okay. Are
yeah,
you sure
yeah.
you're
Of
ready to
course,
handle that?
this is a space for you. No worries, you can just share. I will be prepared for you.
Okay. Let's say.
Mm,
Um. Okay. Maybe that's one. Okay. Maybe there are maybe there are some times where don't worry, okay, because in the background there is might have my roommates, so then if you see anybody walk around, it's no problem. I don't mind ducking in front of them, so it's all right.
all
Um
right, all right, no problem.
okay. Okay. Okay, maybe one
Mm,
situation. Okay, sometimes, okay, let's say I'm in a big group setting maybe, and then uh let's say I in my head, my overthinking brain is I'm feeling that I'm left out, but I don't express those feelings. And I just sit down there and I just try to uh, be positive in the moment, and just um, don't let the overthinking thoughts like overcome me, or just say out. I won't say anything. I will just sit down quietly and just let it happen. Oh, it sounds so bad when I say it like that, but actually it's just I would just sit down quietly, that's all. I would just like, even if my brain is thinking like you are being left out or I'm being left out right now, no, I still would just let it happen. Oh, it still sounds so bad, but maybe it's probably just very minor. But uh that's what I feel. Sometimes I'm just like sitting there. Or I noticed that I will be, do you know, like in a movie where you're watching from the outside and your whole life is happening around you, but you just feel like you're the spectator in your own life? Yeah, that's how I feel sometimes. Sometimes I feel like I'm looking at everyone else around me, and I'm like, wow, they have such uh, close relationships or close friendship, or everyone seems to have somebody, and I'm just spectating that. I'm looking at that from the outside in my own perspective. That's what sometimes I feel like I'm a spectator in my own life, watching my life as a physical person on the outside. Yeah, that's what I feel like. Sometimes I'm like looking out. Yeah. Like I would just like, maybe if I'm sitting in a classroom or sitting in a cafeteria, sometimes I would just it's like dissociating. I would dissociate, and then I would just like be thinking in my brain, like looking around and be like seeing everybody laughing and having a good time, having their person, and I'm like, but what about me? And just be like, wow, they're so happy like this, like just as if it's not happening right in front of me. It's like I'm narrating my own movie in my brain. Like that is what it feels like watching from the outside. That's an example for you.
You okay?
Oh yeah, no, okay, sorry. I just
Ashikka?
need to scrub my nose. Yeah, no,
Don't
I'm
be
okay, okay.
sorry. Okay. Don't worry if you feel like you have any feelings to let it out. You can just let it out. And I'm staying here to listen to you, and you can just share. And for what you were sharing just now, I can feel that um, you are a person who cares a lot about relationships with others, and you are a person um, will connect so much with that feelings. And then when you are seeing the situation of feeling left out, when you are feeling that, I think it is hard moment for you, of course. Even though I'm not in the exact situation like you, but from your words, I can try to um, understand or try to know your situation. And if it's like for me, I think it would be a hard moment as well to uh, carry. And of course, that is okay, truly okay to feel that uh, tiredness or that loneliness. And you can feel your feelings at that moment is truthful for you. And noticing it is also very important. Like you can validate and see your own feelings is also very important. So about feeling those um, left out feelings, mm, is it that you felt that they are having closer relationships, and then you are not so connected with them?
Mm, maybe in a sense, yeah. Maybe it's I feel like I'm an outsider in their friendship, and that uh I just suddenly came in and it's like uh at first also actually when I'm friends with like groups of people who already friends like from before, like if I just like come in and I'm trying to get closer to them, or I really feel close to them but not close enough because it feels like they're already friends, already group of friends, and I feel like I've come in as an outsider, so maybe they don't want to share everything with me, or uh maybe they rather to talk within themselves. So in that sense, maybe yeah, I guess. Uh what was the question again? Sorry, I blank out. What was the question that you asked me?
Oh, I was saying that is it that you felt that left out feelings and you feel like less connected with them?
Oh yeah, 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 yeah. That's correct, correct, correct. Okay. Yeah, I do feel sometimes. Yeah, sometimes I do. I guess feel less connected with them. I think that's why the left out feelings comes. Like I'm not as connected as A is with B and B is with C, but I'm just like the outsider, something like that. Like I think I've always had this sort of feeling that when I look out into my classroom, I'm like everyone has their people, but what about me? Like I've had this feeling before. And I did kind of resolve it by finding some good friends. But at the same time, when again, it's nothing that the friends did not. The friends are very good friends, right? They are perfect. They are very nice people. It's just my own feeling that I'm like coming in as an outsider into their friendship, and I'm like, am I really wanted here? Mm, Do they really want me
Mm.
here? Or do they really want to spend time with me? Do they really want to be friends with me? Uh, do they actually want to know everything that's going on in my life? Because I don't know, like that.
Ashika, I would like to let you know that it's like if you feel that um, not so mm, included feeling, it is real feelings for you. So you can express it out. And for the situation you are facing, I believe that that really is something that uh, worries you in your life. And I heard you mentioning that you really wish to find like a friend that is always with you, because you've mentioned that they have someone, but what about me? Do I have someone? So if there is a miracle here for you, what would you think of, like how you wish this whole relationship would be if it's exactly like how you wish it would be? It could be as how you wish. Then would you like share about that
What's my what's
ideal?
my ideal friendship looking like? Oh my God. Actually, I like I said, the friends that I have, they're not bad people, and I would never blame them. And I have made friends with a lot of groups of people, right? And I would never say that they are bad people. Their intentions are never bad. I would never say that. It's just the way that I think. And I guess the ideal situation, the ideal friendship was maybe them noticing, like, oh, I think I think that she's been quiet for a long time. Maybe we should ask her, is everything okay? Maybe we should include, maybe we should make maybe we should not really make her feel included, but like maybe we should include her in the conversation. Or maybe we should ask her opinion so she doesn't feel left out. I feel like that's not something they would think about, because I'm already like sitting down there nodding my head like, yeah, everything's good, because actually everything is good. It's just my brain thinks like I don't really want to include you in the conversation. But maybe if the ideal situation would be there, I guess what is one of my love language is uh I guess the words of affirmation. I guess that's why it's like when you tell me things like, oh yeah, yeah, I know everything is okay, or you include me, or when I spend quality time with people, that's also another one of my love language. Physical touch is also one, but it's not really related to friends, really. I do like hugs, I guess, but again, anyway, that's not related to what I'm talking about. But I do like that if someone notices and they give you that affirmation, or they notice about you, it's like that maybe is the ideal. But I think that um I'm sure they notice as well, and they also have asked before. It's not to say that they never ask, but maybe because my brain maybe thinks about it too much, it cannot expect my friends to always notice that about me. It should not be something that I require them to do, because in friendship, there's no requirement. You shouldn't be requiring somebody to do this, or you shouldn't be expecting them to do this, right? It should be you give, and if they want to give back, it's fine. Like, it's fine. It should not be you expect them to constant or like you expect anything from them. Basically, you should not be expecting, I guess. So in my mind, if they want to, they will ask. But if they didn't want, I guess can't really do anything about that. But the idea is what I said earlier. So just have a check in.
I see, Ashika. So from what you have shared with me just now, you mentioned that think that friendship is not about uh, the give and take. It's about if um, you are willing to give. I'm not expecting the payback, but it's also important to see that mutual connection between both of you and your friends. So for you, uh, from the situations that you were facing, what you wish from them is that you only wish that if they could notice your feelings and notice your situation and maybe uh, try to care about you and help you to uh, feel more included, just to give you the words of care and show their care would be important for you. But since you said you don't think that friendship is about asking for their payment back, so you didn't try to tell them about that.
Yeah,
Do you think?
I think so. I
What do you think?
think yeah, I think so. I think so. Um, yeah, I don't ask them back anything. I try not to be too in their face or like too, how do I say, disturb people with my problems. Yeah. Because it's just what I'm thinking in my head. And if I'm always telling them what I'm thinking, they probably get annoyed with me. And I say, like I said before, if you get to know the kind of difficult or complicated person I am in my brain, you probably leave me. That's what I think. I'm worried that if I express too much or telling them every single time, like, hey guys, what about me? What you guys, like, let's say they're talking about something, I'm like, oh, what you guys talking about? Like, in my head, I think that question is like so annoying. So I'm like, oh, don't ask that question because nobody's going to want to answer that question. And people are going to think like, what's wrong with her? Why is she suddenly into this conversation? Like, so I just keep quiet. I think that's like my solution. It's like, just let the conversation flow naturally. And if they would like to include me, yeah, sure. Go ahead. I'm open to that.
Mm,
That's all.
all right. So I think you are trying to feel or being considerate because like towards them. So you are not trying to um, let them talk to you, and you are trying to just let them have that freedom. If they wish to talk to you, they will talk to you. Then you are there, and that's why you didn't try to tell what you are feeling to your friends. So, but here I would like to also maybe let Ashika know in like mutual relationships. Actually, communication is also a very important thing that we can practice to include. So, um, Ashika's feeling is there and it is real for you. So, it is also important to express your feelings, your thoughts to your friends because you guys are in a mutual relationship, and mutual relationships that is strong and uh, connected requires a lot of communications. Without communications, we might face a lot of problems, like we might misunderstood, we might argue, we might not know what others feel. So it is important to let yourself, to let Ashika know that it is very important for you to express your feelings as well. Like saying it out is it itself, like saying it out is very important. No matter how others respond to it, like we can not put into the expectations, like what you mentioned, you don't want to put expectations. We can leave those expectations behind, but saying it out itself is important, no matter it is for yourself or towards others, because without saying, others also cannot understand your feelings. And for yourself, without saying it out, others will not able to know you, and you will be keeping all those feelings yourself, and you will be very burdened from that. So what do you feel about that?
Yeah, I think so. I think communicating is very important, but just worried that I'm burdening somebody else with my overthinking or my thoughts. That's the only thing. But the thing is, I don't mind sharing. It just has to be the right person to share with. Otherwise, I might just get hurt again.
I see. So seems like our time is uh winding down, like we are coming to quite close the end of our session. So there's the limit in the time, but we can have like furthermore discussions maybe in our next session. So once again, I would like to thank Ashika for sharing so much of yourself for the whole session. And before I summarize, I would like to know if Ashika, you would have anything that you wish to share or any thoughts you want to uh, leave here before we close out today's session.
Mm, I don't think so, but I think what you said about communication is key. I think that is also that's important to apply in my life. Yes. Just hope that I can share it with the right people so that I don't have this feeling anymore. That's all.
All right. So uh, I would like to summarize first before we talk about the uh, overall feelings and reflections for this session. So, Ashika, so for today, you've shared with me a lot about your recent friendship updates. So, it is basically about the feelings that you felt left out in your friend group, and then you are feeling uh, not included when they are sharing, maybe because you think some of them have closer relationship, and then you are not able to get into the topic of the conversations with them. So
Mm.
you are hesitating because you think that you shouldn't uh, step out to tell them, because you don't wish to put that burden or the expectation towards them. So you decided to just uh, let it go with the flow, just let it be. And if they wish to talk with you, and then they can always talk to you, but you are just uh, like be there with them, but you are not forcing, like not trying to force them, or not trying to put expectations or uh, requirements from them.
Yeah.
So you wish to find so you wish to find the right person. So you think that it's okay if they don't uh, talk much with you, but you still have some friends that you feel that they are the right person, then you can find them. So does that conclude what we've discussed for today?
Yeah, I think so. That concludes it.
Okay. So I would like to know more about you. I think this is quite a very complex topic to discuss, and due to the time constraint, I'm unable to fully see or hear more from you and to understand more of your situation. But maybe we can continue it in our next session. So, if it is okay for you to have a next session for you, what time would be more comfortable?
I think same time next week. I think it's okay.
All right. So, uh, thank you so much. And before ending, I'd like to let Ashika know that you are a person who is very good in reflecting your feelings, and you yourself is very empathetic and very considerate. So I can see you uh, treasuring your friends a lot. That is why you have so many feelings inside, but you still worry about uh, making them feeling stressed or creating problems. So you decided to keep it to yourself and uh, try to hinder your feelings towards yourself. So I think all your feelings are genuine, and it is important to let Ashika know that all your words and your feelings really have its weight, and it is also important to speak out for yourself. And it doesn't mean that if you speak out for yourself, you are not caring your friends. It is actually showing that you care a lot of the relationships between all of you, between the both sides. So, yeah. Uh, how do you feel about that?
Well, I think that's very nice of you. Thank you so much for saying that. I think that's something that I do need to hear, which is emotions are validated, feelings are validated. I think that's very something that I do need to hear, and something that I do need to know, which is, yeah, I think sharing might maybe make the relationship better. It's just that my own thoughts make me think that, oh, you can't share because you're gonna disturb them. But I think what you say is not wrong, and uh thank you for educating me on that, because I think that that's something that I need to know. Mm,
Thank you so much, Ashika. I'm really glad
thank you.
to know that you gained some help from this session, or some ideas of new ideas for uh, your to apply in your life. And then,
Mhm.
uh, so if we would uh, rate, have a rate for this session for today, how would you think this uh, session be like? So I would use this to like maybe see how I could help you better in our future sessions.
I think this session is 8 or 9 out of 10. Very good. I think it's quite helpful. I
Right.
think it's just not fully fulfilled because we still need to go through the next session. So only maybe after we have our next session, maybe I can say for sure if it's fully effective, like 10 out of 10. So I think so far the 8 or 9 out of 10 is good. It's good because I think
Oh my god.
yeah, because I think it's very helpful to talk to you. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Ashika. I'm really glad to hear that. And don't worry, we can have further discussions in our next week. And I'll see you by that time. And I'm very thankful for you to have this day with you, and you're able to share your thoughts with me. I'm really glad to know that I'm able to be here as a way for you to express yourself. So thank you so much for today, Ashika. Thank you so much for your participation.
Thank you, Amanda. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Bye
Bye
bye.
bye. Have good rest.
Okay, thank you, you too.
Bye bye. Hee hee.